This is the prize that they've been looking for. What a wonderful victory!
Now the emotions coming to the fore. Stars on the jersey. They are the champions of Africa.
You can't keep the good man down. Class and quality yet again.
What a goal! But something special. The Kings of Africa. What a moment! It is the men in red celebrating.
They had it at the far post and over the line. Finally, the Cairo Giants win their 12th African Champions League.
Come in and they scored! Miami! What a wonderful success story this is.
The showpiece event in African club football, the TotalEnergies CAF Champions League.
Our football, African football, it continues to grow at a pace that keeps lending itself to greater audiences. And there's been a number of record when it comes to the TV audiences across the continent and globally. And the CAF inter-club competitions, the TotalEnergies CAF Champions League, well, it very much keeps in sync with all those record numbers of viewers we're seeing around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to South Africa, the headquarters of SuperSport, a partner of CAF in driving African football development and excellence. A special word of appreciation to CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe, the man behind the vision to drive African excellence. In the last 4 years, CAF has been working hard to transform African football. And how has he been doing it? Well, for the 2025-2026 season, we have seen a number of firsts. For the first time, we've had over 62 clubs participating in the preliminary stages of the competition. A record new number. Dr. Patrice Motsepe announced that for the first time, clubs eliminated in the preliminary stages will receive $100,000. That's even when you're eliminated. That is a huge leap forward. And then 2 years ago, remember, clubs participating in the group stage, well, when they were knocked out, they didn't get anything. A special welcome to the clubs that have made their way to the group stage draw today of the competition. And those clubs, let me name them for you. Al Ahly of Egypt, Al Hilal of Sudan, Asfar from Morocco, Espérance Sportive de Tunis out of Tunisia, JS Kabylie out of Algeria, MC Alger out of Algeria, Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa, Power Dynamos from Zambia, Petro de Luanda out of Angola, the defending champions, Pyramids from Egypt, Rivers United from Nigeria, Simba out of Tanzania, Stade Malien from Mali, Saint Eloi Lupopo from the DRC, and Young Africans from Tanzania. Last season had an epic ending, and that ending saw Egyptian giants, Pyramids, defying the odds against former winners Mamelodi Sundowns to claim the title. As we prepare for the group and the grand draw that is about to take place, let's relive those moments from last year's TotalEnergies CAF Champions League.
Champions League. Look at that. Fantastic.
And then the big moment came.
Action parfaite.
Takes it on! Big moment of the match. And they are through to the last four.
Into the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League.
Glory days!
Long range shot coming in. Great atmosphere. Look at that. It's really well taken goal.
It's Pyramids pour la première fois de leur histoire.
The first leg of the CAF Champions League final. It bubbles all around, but can it be finished? And brought so much colour. And they have been punished. What a time. Celebrate wildly.
CAF Champions League final, second leg. A chance and a second goal. Pyramids. And there was the final whistle.
Who will really feel the disappointment
pyramide, c'est pour la première fois de ton histoire. C'est les champions de l'Afrique.
African champion.
Le champion
What a fairy tale story for this young club.
se nomme Pyramids. Sous les clameurs du public égyptien.
The CAF Champions League last season gave us moments that will be legends, moments that will live forever. And while we speak about legends, let me introduce you to the draw assistants today, legends themselves, starting first and foremost with Alex Song, a man who played in Europe, a man who played for the Indomitable Lions, a man who was a hard midfielder in his playing days, and a man who knows all about the African game. Alex, I'm so excited to be with you. It's a pleasure to be doing the TotalEnergies CAF Champions League draw with you, and I need to know from you straight away. I mentioned it at the top of the show, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, and how he's changing the game and how he's bringing so much more money into that game. African football is growing. You're in Europe. You know what it takes.
Yeah, of course. Of course, we grow a lot. Like I said, the last 4 years, the President Motsepe doing a very, very good job. Now we see the team, they just come to participate when they go. If you not go through, but you go back with the money, you know.
Still take something, eh?
Of course, that's like you can develop the facility, you know. That's big difference between the past and now. That's meant like with football in Africa, we start growing up, and then I think with that money they can improve as well the facility, because we know if you will have a good structure, we can have a good club, and that's now the CAF just helped and Motsepe doing a good job for that.
Alex, I want to just shift a little bit, because at the end of the year we are going to be playing the TotalEnergies Africa Cup of Nations, and that is a tournament you know very, very well. What are you looking forward to?
Of course, we know we'll be in Morocco. I think we'll be one of the great tournaments. The AFCON is coming soon in December, but hopefully Cameroon, you know, because when Cameroon participates, always going to try to win the AFCON, and hopefully this year we'll be for Cameroon.
Can I tell you something? As soon as you said hopefully Cameroon, the next draw assistant that I'm about to introduce, he looked across at you and he was like, he looked surprised. I don't want to lie, he looked surprised.
No, he knows, because 2008, he knows what's happening when you play against him.
Okay, you want to remind him?
5-1.
Wow. That's a very nice reminder. 5-1, you remember what happened there. And now let me introduce you to the man who was on the receiving end, but scored the one goal against Cameroon in that TotalEnergies Africa Cup of Nations. A legend when it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net, one of the finest that Africa has ever created. He wore the armband in 2012 for Zambia as they lifted that Cup of Nations, and also played in China, Denmark, South Africa, and competed in the interclub competitions that CAF also puts onto the table for our viewers across the continent. It's Christopher Katongo. And Chris, you know, let me just pick up to what was just said there. You, though, 5-1, but you know what it's like to lift the trophy, right? You know, you actually know that feeling.
Of course, he doesn't know the feeling, but I get it. We lost 1-0. I think they were almost like cooking me for 2012 to lift, and you know, I give respect to Cameroon.
Yes.
But of course, 2012 it was mine, because of them. I think, if you know, I was being matured every time that I play Africa Cup. I was getting more better and more better, so that I can lift the Africa Cup for my country.
There you go. I'm going to call it a draw here in this battle that's been taking place between the two legends of the game. Now, Chris, let's talk a little bit about the fact that, you know, Power Dynamos out of Zambia, they've qualified for the Champions League. They're in the draw today. Tell us a little bit about them, about this club.
I think this club has got a rich in culture, whereby we have a Corporate Derby, which is maybe Kaizer Chiefs and Pilots, which is here in South Africa. Power Dynamos has produced a number of players for the country, not even for the country, and you think even for the Africa, some they came to play South Africa. So it has a rich history in terms of producing players and in terms of participating in the competition, whether it's a Champions League or CAF Champions League. But of course, hopefully this season, hopefully Power can do more to go into even the next round.
Well, if Power are going to go to the next round, they'll have to get past some big names, some powerhouse names. Who stands out for you when it comes to the draw today? Who are those clubs that are likely to be the most dangerous? And also, is there a surprise? Someone that you think could surprise?
I think the teams that have, you know, participated more and they have won more on this competition, they are likely to...
The experience.
The experience. But, you know, in football, there is surprise which is coming. You remember when Zambia won in 2012, I'm just giving an example. We are the underdogs. We're looking at Africa now. Look at the island. They've qualified to the World Cup, if you look at it. So anything can happen. But what is important for the teams which they so-called underdogs is that if you want to be on top, you beat the teams which is already on top.
But that's Al Ali, that's Wydad, that's Esperance, that's Sundowns. Yes. You got to beat those. How easy is that, Chris?
Yeah, it's going to be,
not easy.
Not easy, but the players knows that, when it comes to money, I've seen you have mentioned money. I think it's a big motivation for the club. You get some of the money, I think you can progress the club, to make it bigger. But if you don't get those money, I think, yeah.
And Alex is like, yeah. No, money makes a difference. Anyway, let's move on and introduce to you the man who will be taking you through the draw today. Here's the head of competitions for CAF, Khalid Nasser, joins me here. So much experience in that position, over a decade of doing that job. And Khalid, I know you just came out of the audience members that are in the house here. Those are the officials of the clubs that you'll be doing the draw for today. They're here to make sure that you get it absolutely right and are praying that you give them the group that they want. I'm about to give it to you. Take over. It's time for the draw.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Thomas. I'm very excited for the draw. Nice to be with you, Katongo and Song. Ladies and gentlemen, this edition of the TotalEnergies CAF Champions League 2025-2026 is expected to be a highly competitive one, because I want to tell you that out of the 16 qualified teams, we have 7 who already won the title, in addition to 2 other teams who won the Confederation Cup title and 1 team who won the African Cup Winners' Cup title before. So we have 10 teams who were crowned champions of Africa in the inter-clubs level before. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch the teams who qualified for the group stage of this edition. As usual, the 16 clubs are divided into 4 different levels according to CAF ranking, which is calculated based on the performance in the last season of inter-clubs competitions. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed with the draw, let's watch together an explanation of the draw procedures.
Hello, everyone. The TotalEnergies CAF Champions League 2025 to 2026 group stage draw is finally here. 16 of Africa's top clubs are set to compete for Africa's prestigious competition. The teams are placed into 4 pots based on the latest CAF rankings. The group stage phase consists of 4 groups of 4 teams. Each group will include 1 team from each pot. We'll start the draw with pot 4. The first team drawn from pot 4 will be placed in position A4. The second team will go to position B4, followed by C4 and D4. The same procedure will be repeated for pot 3, then pot 2, and finally pot 1. By that, we will determine the groups for the 2025/26 TotalEnergies CAF Champions League. Are you ready for Africa's biggest football battles to begin?
So now it's the moment everyone is waiting for. Katongo, are you ready? We'll start with you.
Yeah,
so as
ready.
explained in the draw procedures, we are going to start with level 4. The first team drawn will go to position A4, the following one B4, and then C4 and D4. Let's start, please.
Power Dynamos, Zambia.
Power Dynamos from Zambia. The winners of the African Cups Winners' Cup in 1991 are now back in the competition in position A4. Following one.
JS Kabila, Algeria.
JSK, 2 times winners of the Champions League, will be in position B4.
FC Lupopo, RD Congo.
Sentelwa Lupopo from DR Congo. 5th appearance in the group stage of the Champions League. They will be in position C4.
And last one?
Yeah, let's confirm the last remaining team of level 4.
Stade de Malien, Mali.
Stade Malien, the winner of the Confederation Cup in 2009, will be in position D4. Thank you. Let's move to level 3 now. We will follow the same order. The first team drawn will go to position A3, the following one in B3, and then B3 and D3.
Rivers United FC, Nigeria.
5th appearance of Rivers United in the Champions League group stage. They will be in position A3.
SFA Morocco.
Asfar from Morocco, 1-time winner of the Champions League, will be in position B3.
MS Alger, Algeria.
MC Alger also, they won the competition once before, and they will be in position C3.
And last one?
Yeah, to confirm the remaining team of level 3.
Atletico de Petros, Angola.
Atletico Petroleus from Angola, semi-finalists in 2001 and 2021-2022. They will be in position D3. Thanks a lot. Now, Song, we'll move to you with level 2, please. With the same order, the first team drawn will go to A2, and then B2, C2, and D2.
Pyramid FC, Egypt.
Pyramids, the holder of the title, will be in position A2. The next team will go to B2.
Young Africans, Tanzania.
Young Africans, the runners-up of the 2023 Confederation Cup, will be in position B2. Al-Hilal from Sudan, 2 times runners-up of the competition. They will be in position C2. And finally, the remaining team of level 2.
Simba.
Simba from Tanzania, the runners-up of the Confederation Cup last season, will be in Group D in position D2. Now we'll move to level 1 to complete the groups. The first team will go to Group A in position A1, second team B1, and then C1 and D1. Let's start. Berkane from Morocco, 3 times winners of the Confederation Cup. They will be in Group A with Pyramids again. They just played the Super Cup last month. They will be in Group A with Pyramids, Rivers, and Power Dynamos. Al Ahly, the record champion of the Champions League with 12 titles. They will be in position B1. Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa, champions of the 2016 edition, will be in Group C with Al Hilal, MC Alger, and Saint-Eloi Lupopo. And finally, to confirm the remaining team of level 1,
Espérance, Tunisia.
Espérance Sportive de Tunis, 4 times winners of the Champions League, will be in Group D in position D1. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Frank. Thanks, Katongo. This concludes the draw of the TotalEnergies CAF Champions League. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you the result of the draw. In Group A, we have Berkane from Morocco, Pyramids from Egypt, Rivers United from Nigeria, Power Dynamos from Zambia. In Group B, we have Al Ahly of Egypt, Young Africans from Tanzania, Asfar from Morocco, JSK from Algeria. In Group C, we have Mamelodi Sundowns from South Africa, Al Hilal from Sudan, MC Alger from Algeria, Saint-Eloi Lupopo from DR Congo. And finally, in Group D, we have Espérance Sportive de Tunis from Tunisia, Simba from Tanzania, Atletico Petroleos from Angola, and Stade Malien from Mali. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now I give the floor back to Thomas with our 2 draw assistants.
Khalid, that is an incredible draw. Amazing, amazing. Love it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Thomas.
Let's have the conversations. They're starting already, Khalid. This is epic to have a conversation about. Alex, as well as Chris. Chris, the first name you brought out was Power Dynamos, and then you put them right in the trouble there. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Yeah, for sure.
That is a tough draw there. It's going to be interesting.
No. Every group, I think, that is in trouble. But I think for my team in my country, I think it's fair. Where I'm looking at Liver United also not having much of experience, but the 2 teams there, that's when these 2 clubs who need to
Trip to Nigeria, though, that's going to be interesting. Rivers United, an unknown quantity when it comes to the Champions League, similar with Power Dynamos.
Yes, of course. If you want, to be on top, as I said, you need to beat people on top. But looking at an experience of these teams, which is every time that they participate in this competition, that makes it difficult. But hopefully, I think Power has got a chance, even to go to the next. Everybody has got a chance, but I'm looking at my country, Power, I think has got a chance to go into the next round.
Alex, Group B, a lot of North African representation there. And also, when they come to rivalries, Morocco, Algeria, they're not bigger rivalries than that on the continent. Asfar, JSK is going to be fascinating.
Yeah, of course. I think that's a very good one and very tough one. Because like you said, play against each other is not easy. So sometimes it's a debut for them. It's good to see what's happening in that group. But I think the rest of the group is, for me, it's open. It's open. We know we have the teams. We know every time they are there, they are in the last. But I think every year, every team want to see they say okay, we improve. We want to be there as well. That's what I'm saying. We'll be tough for everyone. But I think the team they are supposed to be there, I think they will be there as well.
It's going to be interesting. Al Ahly have never played against Asfar, so it's going to be fascinating to see how that pans out when it comes to the Champions League. Now, there was a name that came out when Mamelodi Sundowns came out in Group C. In the room, there was a little bit of a, you know, like people reacted. And I think the reaction has to be that their former coach is at MC Alger in Rulani Mokwena, and now he then takes on his former club, Mamelodi Sundowns, in the group stage.
I think for me, I think the excitement is that they have seen that Sundowns can have a chance also to go into next round as long as, you know, the other coach from other team, they know the tacticals, and he's been here in South Africa. And looking at the teams which is there and the experience that, you know, Mamelodi Sundowns has accumulated in the last 4 years, I think Sundowns has got a chance to go in the next round. That's where I heard that kind of noise of being excited that we're
Guys,
going to go
does
through.
it make a difference, though? Like, you know, when you're up against a former club, does it give extra motivation? Do you coach extra hard that week? You know, more push-ups for you because the coach is playing against his former club?
And of course, you know, every time when you play against your team like you're supposed to be in the past, like you have more motivation, you have extra motivation because you want to show them like, oh, obviously maybe I was not there, you think I was not good, I want to show you I was good, you know, it's like two-way, and then I think there will be a very, very interesting game to play against them.
Such a mix of countries involved, such a mix of clubs involved in Group D, where you've got Esperance, Simba, Atletico, Petro there, as well as Stade Malien.
Yeah, I think in Group D, for me, it's just fair to them, all of them.
Open.
Oh, it's open. You know, anything can happen to them. They have been in this competition, and you know, they know what is at stake. And looking at the money Dr. Msepe has put in this competition, I think they will be smiling to see that when we go into the next round. I think.
So who will be the champions? No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Let's wait and see how things will pan out at the end of the day. Thank you very much, Chris Katongo, for your legendary presence here. It's been a pleasure being with you. Alex Song, again, another legend, to have their insights and for them to be part of this right here in Randburg, in Johannesburg, in South Africa. That brings us to the end of the draw. We now look forward to the start of the TotalEnergies CAF Champions League group stage. And that begins on November 21. Best of luck to all the teams, and we will see you soon. Africa. Let's put this in the back of the net, and whoever does it the most will take the trophy.
Ama-interviews thina singeni. Bathi with our hand held. Kanti uthini ulezo leyo? Uthini ya? Maybe maybe angazi. Wena ukhona. Thank you. Was cooking.